Hey, it's Amy with Intuitive Coaching with Amy Radio, and this is your sacred space for spirituality, intuition, manifestation, metaphysical wisdom, and personal development. I was thinking about our mind and how our mind can do just some wacky things. And recently I thought we got to stop torturing ourselves. But sometimes we don't know what it is that we're torturing ourselves, right? Like in our minds. And so I thought I'd make you a list to think about so that you can catch it when it happens. So I think I'm going to entitle this show Stop Torturing Yourself. Maybe I'll make it more eloquent than that. But anyway, here's some thoughts for you to consider so you can stop torturing yourself. So one of the ways we torture ourselves is what ifing. Just stop that. What if this? What if this? And it's usually, what if something negative? What if this bad thing happens? What if it goes like this? Um, yeah. If it's a what if negative, it's torturing yourself. Worst case scenarios, torturing yourself. So you got to stop being mean to yourself, right? You just got to stop being mean to yourself in your mind. So be kind in your mind. I've said that for years. Another way we torture ourselves is leading with the energy, I can't, I can't, I can't. And for, people who manifest, this sneaks up on us. We don't even sometimes realize we're in the energy of I can't because we do generally believe that we can. But just be mindful. Is that in the energy of I can't? And it's rarely starts with, oh, I can't because. No, we're far too evolved than that. We're manifestors. It's usually the secondary thought after an I can't, a subconscious I can't. That's what you're looking for. Believing it could all go bad. That's another way you torture yourself. Being nervous all the time, like a low-level nervousness or an anxiousness or worried. It's another way you torture yourself. So this is one that I do often, especially when I'm navigating a next level unknown and I am in the thick of the mystery. So not only is it mystery, it's next level, right? I'm going to the next level in my life. And so I'll just have this kind of underlying nervousness because I don't know the how. And so what I've been finding is when I reflect on all those times, all I can remember is that nervousness. And that is when I'll make some janky decision. And so now I'm like, oh, no. It's okay if I slip into it, but I call myself back. And I have found that helps with this is the 5-count breath. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. And you do that 5 times. And then you do that cycle 3 times. So inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, do 5 rounds of that. And then you start again and do three of the 5. And that helps with the nervousness. And I have to do that every day. And I usually do it in my guided meditation. And that will help start to clear that. I had a therapist once say it's resetting the nervous system, which I believe her. And it works. Another way you torture yourself is if you think it, you are valuing it. So if you think it, you're valuing it. Okay. No, our thoughts don't have to be perfect. And there is tremendous grace. But if you're thinking it, you're giving it value in your world. And I do believe that the universe responds to that energy of value. So then more of it shows up. So really just be mindful of the fact that you have choice around what you think about. And yeah, I mean, I could give you an example, but just my spirit guides are even jumping in and saying, leave it at that. If you're thinking it, you're valuing it, and the universe responds to that value with more of that thing. So just be mindful of what you're thinking. Speak kindly to your body. Another way we torture ourselves is that we're really mean to our body. Just be over the top about being kind and loving and respectful to your body, no matter what's going on. And I'm not just talking about like weight, but it's your health, it's your grooming, whatever it is. Just be over the top. You are so beautiful, body. I'm so grateful for you, knees. I'm so grateful for you, teeth and gums. I'm so grateful for you, eyes. Like, you were just so perfect. You were just so amazing. It is far better for you to be so over the top with it than the counter, like, oh my God, my body is just falling apart, right? So just be over the top, speaking kindly about your body. And, just tell your body it's amazing and it's beautiful and it's vibrant and it's glorious. The next thing that we torture ourselves with is if we go through a patch where things aren't going our way, we start to feel like, oh, what does this mean? No, it doesn't mean anything other than it's time to affirm and believe that you are so lucky. The way you torture yourself is trying to find some hidden meaning, right? Nope, I'm just so lucky. I'm declaring now, I'm just so lucky. Another way we torture ourselves is with pessimism. And so the counter to that is optimism. So just be in the space of, I only attract the best. The best is occurring in my life. The best is always happening in my world. I'm prepared for the best result. Next, stop the drama of I'm overwhelmed. Ugh, this is one. I love my sweet, sweet people. But the one that will make your dear intuitive coach cringe is Amy. I'm just so overwhelmed. And I get it. I get it. Recently this summer, I've had some things where I'm like, wow, I'm overwhelmed. And what I realize and know to be true after all these years, when overwhelm shows up, it means you have put too much stuff in your mental bag. And it is up to you to take it out. God never gives us more than we can handle. There's never really a reason to be like, I am just so overwhelmed. Especially when it's not a tragedy, right? And even in a tragedy, the last thing you need to be is overwhelmed, right? Because you want to take care of the things you need to take care of. So just let go of the whole idea of I'm so overwhelmed. Though I understand it. I'm not in any way judging you. But just remember, you put all the stuff in the bag and you can take all of that stuff out of your mental bag and focus on what's most important to you right now. My spirit guides are also saying what shows up with overwhelmed. Ooh, this is straight from the spirit. I hadn't considered this, and I pray I listen back to this show so I can remember it. And it's so true, because the one thing that I said that about this summer that I was overwhelmed, it was this issue, perfectionism. If you are finding that you are saying, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, it probably means that in addition to whatever that issue is that you're working through, you've also attached a perfectionist storyline to it, where you have to be perfect. The situation has to be perfect. If you're not perfect, somebody's going to judge you harshly. or you're going to look like a fool, or you're going to be embarrassed. And the cycle just continues and continues. That's what's weighing the bag down. And that's why you feel so overwhelmed. Human life is not nearly as complicated as our minds will want to make it. And when you attach a perfectionist story to it, it makes it even worse. So just be willing to let go of the drama of being overwhelmed and think of it like a melodrama, like, oh, and remind yourself, it doesn't need to be this way. You can make a different choice. Another way we torture ourselves is, I'm so confused. Nothing is working. I'm so confused. Nothing is working. No, you don't have to be confused. You don't have to be confused. And chances are everything is working just fine. You just can't see all the pieces that are being moved. And so you just have to take a breath and say, I'm not confused. I get why my mind wants to be confused. It's okay that I feel a little turned around. And it's okay that I feel turned around because I can't see everything that's being worked out on my behalf in the spirit realm. It's all okay. I don't have to be confused. I don't have to make up a story that it's not working. I'll continue to do my part, and I will lean into my faith and trust that spirit has my back. Everything's being worked out for my good and in my favor. Another way you torture yourself is fixing a problem. Or I gotta fix a situation, or I gotta fix myself. And it's just messy. You know who is very an example of this fixing mindset that doesn't serve us well, and it doesn't manifest well either. It manifests the opposite of what we want. This fixing perspective. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to resolve that. I'm going to solve that. It's another thing to be like, I have to fix it because there's something fundamentally flawed or wrong with me. I've been watching this summer, my niece, the youngest, she's fascinated with Michael Jackson. Like she'll watch him dance and she's literally studying him. The girl's going to be an entertainer of some type, but she's just fascinated. So it's reminding me that like, oh wow, like, sure, of course, we know Michael Jackson was brilliant, but it's reminding me of like, oh wow, I forgot how gifted he was. And so it's taken me down this road where I did watch the Michael movie, which I thought was excellent. And then that took me into, like, I started watching some of the documentaries out there about him. And, a lot I already know, but what I realized was he started at a very young age in his adulthood, like early adulthood. He started the fixing. And when you start the fixing, nothing ever really gets fixed. And you wind up making things, I'm going to dare I say, worse. And I think he was an example of that. And so what I'm going to say to anyone out there that your mind just kind of defaults to, oh, I have to fix this. I have to fix this. I have to fix this. Just stop. Just stop and accept that you are good exactly as you are. You're good. You can solve things. You can make things better from a place of love and joy. You can make things more to your liking. You can make things feel more like you. However, refuse to fix. And the energy is actually different. And, interestingly enough, my spirit guides had me write in the notes, stop using personal development to fix yourself. Whew. Stop using manifestation to fix yourself. And stop using spiritual practice to fix yourself. Again, you can use all of that to enhance, to make it better, to make it more in alignment with your truth. But if you're using it because some part of you thinks you're fundamentally flawed and that there is something wrong with you or something bad, and you've got to fix it so then you are acceptable, or you have to fix it so you're not humiliated, or you have to fix it because that's coming from a mindset of perfectionism, you are torturing yourself. So just stop. If you are approaching a practice right now from the place of, I'm using this to fix myself, and I've been there many times, I've bought very expensive courses from that mindset, and I look back on those courses and they did jack shit nothing for me. Why? Not because it wasn't good material, but because my mindset was focused on fixing as opposed to enhancing or bettering or expanding my awareness. Got it? Okay. And then use your mind to create what you want as opposed to what you don't want. It's tricky, it's subtle, but it's very distinctive. You are torturing yourself if you accidentally slip into using your mind to create a result you don't want. And then lastly, one of the ways that we torture ourselves is we don't let ourselves fully and completely have exactly what we want. We're always slicing and dicing, and now is the time to just want what you want with all your heart. And anything less than that is torturing yourself. All right, I pray this is helpful. Listen, I'm an intuitive coach and I help you get what you want. I help you create your desired result. I help you take your vision that you've had for so long and turn it into reality. So if you're ready for that journey, if there's something you've been wanting, start a business, that romantic relationship, the dream house with the dream lifestyle, you can have it and it's within your reach. And I'm here to support you in getting it, no matter what the desire is. It could be to win the lottery jackpot. It could be to quit your job and travel around the world for 10 years. Whatever it is, if you know on your heart you are ready for it and you don't know how, of course you don't, and you don't know when, of course you don't, and that's holding you up because there's some part of you that thinks, what if it's just too big? Or what if I'm asking too much? Or what if I need to find an energetic equivalent to... No, go for exactly what you want, and I help you do it. So you can learn more about my services at intuitivecoachingwithamy.com. Consider the 1-year intuitive coaching package, the 3-month intuitive coaching package. You can book a session with me, and I offer an email intuitive reading, all designed to help you get what you want. So if you are ready for that, again, intuitivecoachingwithamy.com. Thank you so much for listening to the show. I do pray you will stop torturing yourself. And if you stayed this long, if you could do me a favor and go to Apple Podcasts and write a quick review for this show or rate the show. It helps with discoverability, I guess. I said in my previous podcasts, 90% of me doesn't care. It's half now. Half of me doesn't care. The other half of me is like, yeah, why not? I can ask you to write a review for this show. And thank you. Thank you in advance for doing that. And if you don't listen on Apple Podcasts, but you're like, Amy, I listen on Spotify. Well, it's totally fine to rate the show there too. So again, thank you so much for listening. I look forward to connecting with you on the next show. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.